Welcome back for the monthly update. We are coming from a piece of property here on Lake Keowee, and you hear about people talking about lots that are non-dockable but yet are waterfront. Well, here's a perfect example. There's over 200 feet of shoreline here, and at one time this lot sold for well over $250,000, and before the environmental plant grew up along the shoreline. If you look along the shoreline where we're pointed now, the plant that you're seeing is an alder bush that they've deemed as environmental. Once you have that bush, you cannot have a dock structure within 50 feet of so much of it. In fact, if you want to take a little closer look over here, this is the bush right here. I don't see anything particularly special about it, but it can cost you a lot of money because if this starts growing on your shoreline before you get a dock in place, you might be hosed and not being able to get a dock in place. Because for instance, this property is coming back on the market now. They can't get a dock. It's going to be well under $100,000. It's a great value. It's right on the water, but at this point you can't put a dock on it. So there you go. Let's talk about our numbers. First of all, lots available: 469 waterfront lots. There are 26 under contract. This year 39 have sold, compared to 50 by this time last year. So we've certainly got less waterfront lots selling this year than we had a year ago, and the actual average sales price is down about $30,000 right now. Couple things to note. In 39 listings that have sold this year, Matt and I were the selling agent in 8 of those. That's 20.5% of every lot that is sold on this lake this year we have been involved in. And not only that, that's out of the 39, 11 of those were our listings. So that's 28.2%. So a little over 1 out of 4 of every lot that is sold has been our listings. Now, 7 of those were our listings and our sales, where we took the listing and we also sold the property. Now, to put that in perspective, no other agent or team is really even close. The next closest has only had 3 particular sales on their side. So we've really more than doubled, almost tripled production in the number of lot sales this year. And so if you ask who should you be listing your lots with, it's all in the numbers. It makes sense. Let's look at the houses available right now. Waterfront single family homes, 203. There are 30 under contract right now. This year, 44 have sold. Average sales price is $637,903. Last year, by now, 47 had sold, so very similar numbers there. The average sales price last year was actually $681,574. So right now, we're down 6.5% from a year ago, but there are 30 homes under contract right now, and there are quite a few over $1 million, so that number may jump up as we come back to you next month and report. So just wanted to say that. But we've got Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. Take care of your moms. They're very important to all of us, and make sure that's a special day for your mother out there. Again, just wanted to show you what an environmental plant looks like and what the pain that it can cause you. If you own a piece of property, I would highly recommend you going ahead and getting that dock permit, because if you ever think about selling it and you run into this situation, you could lose a lot of money. I saw a lot in the Cliffs that was literally 1 row off a point, had over 200 feet of shoreline, sandy beach, but again, this bush grew up. They paid $1 million for that property, and it sold this past year for just over $100,000. So that's a huge loss that you don't want to take because of this plant. So again, if you got any questions, give us a call, 800-682-9098. Do not forget about the rental properties. Rental season is coming, so call Rick Miller, 864-784-9977. Set up your rental home for the summer or the Clemson football games in the fall. We'll see you next month. Glad to have the warm weather here.